Every time I come up with a new video, I hope that it's going to be a blockbuster. Just like Hollywood and Bollywood moguls wish that their latest release turns out to be a blockbuster. But what exactly does blockbuster mean? And what is its connection to the Second World War? Find out all about it in this video, but first, do subscribe to The English Nut. Thank you. The word blockbuster usually refers to a movie, play, book, video game, or other product that is exceptionally popular and a huge commercial success, as in a mega hit. The term blockbuster also implies that it is a big budget production specifically made and marketed to be a super hit. Blockbuster. Doesn't the word have an explosive sound to it? Which makes sense given that it originally meant a huge aerial bomb weighing 2,000 kilograms or more that could bust or destroy an entire city block. The term originated in the Second World War when such bombs were used by the Allied powers to bomb Nazi-occupied territories. The word's first appearance in the American Time magazine is in a 1942 article on the Allied bombing of key targets in fascist Italy. The word transitioned quickly from its military sense to being applied to things like sports and politics, and then to entertainment. In 1943, Time magazine used the word to describe a movie. Not its box office success though, but its content. It described the film Mission to Moscow as being as explosive as a blockbuster, which was still close to the original meaning of the word. The same year, advertisements in movie trade journals like Variety and Motion Picture Herald called the film Bombardier the blockbuster of all action thrill service shows. Another trade ad from 1944 boasted that With the Marines at Tharoor, the war documentary hits the heart like a 2-ton blockbuster. Note that in the early days, blockbuster was often written as a hyphenated word, such as in the Bombardier ad. The hyphen was soon dropped though. One of the earliest uses of blockbuster in the modern sense of a super hit film was in 1950. It was used to describe the movie Samson and Delilah by the Daily Mirror of the UK. The movie was a romantic biblical drama directed by Cecil B. DeMille, one of the most influential filmmakers in history. The film depicted the biblical story of Samson, a warrior whose magical strength was rooted in his uncut hair. He fell in love with Delilah, who beguiled him into revealing the secret of his strength, had his hair cut while he slept, and betrayed him to his enemies. The following year, 1951, the word blockbuster was used to describe another classic, Quo Vadis, in the trade journal Variety, sort of a Bible for the movie industry. Quo Vadis was an epic historical drama film adapted from the 1896 international best-selling novel of the same name, written by the Polish Nobel laureate Henryk Sienkiewicz. Quo Vadis is Latin for "Where are you going?" It refers to an incident described in early Christian literature in which the Apostle Peter asks Jesus, "Quo vadis?" As an aside, it is interesting to note that the Italian superstar Sophia Loren appeared as an uncredited extra in this film. 2 years later, in 1953, when 135 Hollywood releases earned $1 million or more, Variety described it as a year of box office blockbusters. This marked the cementing of the modern sense of the word. Using the language of screenplays, let's cut to 1975. The movie Jaws was released that year. Steven Spielberg's thriller was about a man-eating great white shark that attacks beachgoers at a resort town. The local police chief goes after the shark with the help of a marine biologist and a professional shark hunter, resulting in many blood-curdling scenes. The movie redefined the blockbuster, or rather defined the summer blockbuster, and became the highest grossing film ever. Until, of course, it was surpassed by Star Wars 2 years later. The super successful run of Jaws was regarded as a watershed moment in cinema history. Along with films like Star Wars and Alien, which came after it, Jaws established the summer blockbuster genre. Action films that are released in the summer when colleges and schools are on a break in the US and do exceptional business at the box office. Now let's cut to a subplot about a completely different meaning of blockbuster, unrelated to the entertainment business. This usage dates back to 1955. It refers to a real estate broker or speculator who sells a house in an all-white neighborhood to an African American family, leading to an exodus of white families, causing housing prices to decline. The broker then profits from this racism-driven market instability. This practice is called blockbusting, and the person who perpetrates it is called a blockbuster. I don't know which is worse, this money-making racket or the racism that makes it possible. Coming back to Hollywood and Jaws, here is an interesting piece of trivia. Spielberg wanted to shoot an additional scene, but the studio refused to pay for it. The rest of the movie had already been shot in and by the ocean at a place called Martha's Vineyard. But now the director had to improvise in a swimming pool in Encino, California. A latex model of the character whose head is found bitten off by the shark in the film was created, and the murky waters of Martha's Vineyard were recreated by pouring milk powder into the pool. Had the real shark been in the pool, I wonder if it would have enjoyed consuming the reconstituted milk with a dash of chlorine for flavor, instead of the humans it had developed a taste for. Indian cinema too has its share of blockbusters. Now people tend to equate Indian cinema with Bollywood, the Mumbai-centered Hindi film industry. But many films are made in the so-called regional languages in other parts of the country, and some of the biggest blockbusters of recent years are from those movie industries. The Telugu language films Bahubali and Bahubali 2 are two of them, the second one being the bigger hit. 2.0 is a Tamil language blockbuster starring the South Indian megastar Rajinikanth in a triple role. Of course, Bollywood too has its share of blockbusters, and three of them are associated with Amir Khan: Dangal, PK and Secret Superstar, while a fourth, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, stars Salman Khan. Which is your all-time favorite blockbuster? Do write its name below. Do subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified about any new video I release. I'm The English Nut. Bye for now.